Okay, hello everyone. What's up? Welcome back to Crease Central. It's been a while since we've done an episode, so we have a lot to cover here. So I think we
Been
should just
a
get
while
straight
since,
into it.
been a while since we posted it technically. So
I mean,
yeah,
we,
so
we
what?
had we had an episode ready last week, and then
But hey,
Sander
yes,
forgot
yeah.
to use the audio.
Okay, we're even. I fucked up one episode. You fucked up one episode.
Okay,
So
but that
now
was
we're
our
even.
okay. To be fair, that was your first time ever doing it, and the
Yes.
first time was like my second ever episode. So
Yeah, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt there. But nonetheless, yeah, that's 100% my fault. But now I
and then
get
I
to
would
flex
yeah,
my mic again.
and then I
I
was in
think you.
Florida for like the last like 5 days, so we couldn't like re-record.
Yeah. So you've seen this on my channel when I streamed the Leafs versus Wild, but I got this brand new mic. So your boy is upgrading. Love to see that. And are we ready to get into it?
Yes, so the first topic today, I made like an organized list. So the first topic is the staff changes so far. Because like over like the last week, we've seen a lot of firings and like new like coaches coming back into the league and stuff. And then of
Yes.
course, okay, let's start off with like the Canucks. They
All right.
fired Jim Benning, Travis Green, Nolan Bumgartner, and John Weisbrod. Of course, Benning and Travis Green being the two notable names there.
Yes. I believe the two names you mentioned.
They were
The
the
last.
assistant GM and the assistant coach.
Yes, but it's mainly Travis Green, the head coach, and
Hmm.
the GM Jim Benning.
Yes. And
I
then
remember
coming
right.
then coming back in would be Bruce Boudreau as the head coach. And they
How
also
dare
brought in Jim Rutherford as president of hockey ops and Stan Smeel as interim GM.
how
Sander, what are
dare
your
you
thoughts?
how dare you disrespect Bruce Boudreau like that? Capitals legend.
I'm sorry,
He
I
turned Mike Green into a Norris caliber defenseman. He benched Alex Ovechkin in the third period. He did a lot of great things.
alright, anyway,
Uh,
opinions.
Opinions. So I remember right before the firings were announced, I believe they announced they brought in Boudreau before they announced that they fired Green, which didn't make a whole ton of sense to me. Then right before that, I'm pretty sure it was Grav that made the video saying how he thinks Benning is about to be fired. I commented this long ass speech about how Jim Benning will never get fired, and like 2 minutes later he gets fired.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was a long time in the making.
For sure.
Everyone knew it was coming soon. It was just a matter of when. Of course, Travis Green also being gone. Bruce Boudreau being back as a head coach after his drinking problem, was it?
No, I think you're thinking of Bob Murray. I think
Oh, wait, what? Hold on.
because they look similar. I don't know,
Anyway,
but
they also got Jim Rutherford, former GM of the Penguins. Did a lot of good things for them. They did a lot of
yeah,
bad things for them. A
for
lot of
sure.
bad things for them.
Jack Johnson, Cody Cece, Mike Matheson.
Mike Matheson for Patrick Hornqvist.
Yeah, that's not great. But anyway, what I was saying about Benning, basically, it's been the same story for the last what 10 years. Good at drafting, trades decent, but put down the fucking phone on day one of free agency. Stop picking up the phone. Like I think there were people saying that the one thing that prevents the Canucks from being contenders is their inability to lock Jim Benning in a closet on day one of free agency. Like, I remember in one offseason, they lost Jacob Markstrom.
Oh, wait, I think I figured out who I was thinking of.
Who are you thinking of?
Jim Montgomery.
Jim Montgomery, head
Think
coach with the Stars.
yes, that is who I was thinking of.
Yeah, so, yeah, that's not Boudreau. But anyway,
Yeah.
don't you remember when the Canucks lost Jacob Markstrom, Chris Tanev, Tyler Toffoli, and Troy Stecher in one offseason?
Yeah.
So like, and why? Because they were paying fucking Louis Erickson 6 million, Jay Beagle, Antoine Roussel. Like he just cannot sign contract. But they fired him. I believe Green. It wasn't exactly his fault.
I don't
I
think it was
mean,
as much of his fault. I mean, probably wasn't
but
the best coach in the world, but
yeah, like he's not. I don't know. I was gonna say, usually the standard for like best coach would usually be Barry Trotz the last few years. So I was about to say he's not Barry Trotz, but then
I
you
would
look
say
at
it's more like maybe like John Cooper, maybe.
the
Then
best
it's
coach right now. Rod Brindamore, maybe.
Brindamore's pretty good. Laviolette, he's pretty good.
Eh,
He has a good
eh,
track record.
he does, but lately I've been watching a lot of Caps. Obviously, some of his line making
I don't
isn't
know.
great.
Gallant's pretty good.
Gallant definitely for sure, but I don't know. Like what I was saying, Travis Green definitely not the best coach, but I feel like firing the coach changes an atmosphere, and
Yeah,
you need that change. So that's why he was fired. And don't you remember both him and Benning got extended last offseason?
yeah.
So like it seemed like the perfect ending where that's it. Jim Benning has failed as Canucks GM. They have done nothing during his tenure. His contract's up, just let him go. But no, they fucking re-signed him, and the fans outside Vancouver rioted.
Yeah, now that's gonna cost him dearly too, because like he made some moves in that time that are gonna take a while to be undone.
They could have waited it out with Erickson, with Beagle, with Roussel,
Yeah, they had
but
1 year left.
1 year, all three of those guys, and they're gone. And imagine that cap space.
Yeah,
Just imagine if Benning was not brought back, those three contracts expire, and I believe Brandon Sutter came off the books as well, and Tanner Pearson.
and then like
So
they
then,
didn't get and then have to deal with Oliver Ekman-Larsson.
yeah, next offseason, this new GM has all this cap space.
And then they gave up a first round pick in that trade as well.
Well, the first was for Connor Garland.
True.
Yeah, so what I was saying, you got all this cap space, and you're the brand new GM. No, you got Oliver Ekman-Larsson.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's just very puzzling. Connor Garland was a good pickup, obviously, but you paid first.
Yeah.
That's the premium
I
price.
feel like they shouldn't have even had to give up that first for that trade to have worked. Here, you take Oliver Ekman-Larsson and we'll give you Connor Garland.
Yeah, I mean, and then the first and the three players were sent back just to make the money work.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, so just Jim Benning, not the greatest, but ever since they brought in Boudreau, the team has just been happy. Have you seen like the videos of
Yeah.
their in-arena chants?
Yeah.
Canucks fans are just feeling so much better, and to that, we'll stop beating the dead horse of Jim Benning needs to be fired because it happened. Canucks fans, you are free. So, yeah,
Okay,
do you
now we
have any?
move on. No, I think, so let's move on to the next team, I guess. That would be the Philadelphia Flyers.
So this happened right after.
I think it was like, what, a day or two after?
Yes.
Of course, they fired Elaine Vigneault and Michael. What the hell is his name? Michael.
Michel Therrien.
Oh, yeah, Michel Therrien.
You don't remember him? You don't remember his Pittsburgh Penguins, his Montreal Canadiens interviews?
No.
I'm pretty sure I saw. I might be getting my history mixed up here, but I'm pretty sure he was the coach that they fired in 2009 before they won the cup, or was it? I think so. And basically, he had like the weirdest quotes. Like he's saying, "This team is soft. This team doesn't body check. No back checking." And basically, he just will go on rants about his own team.
Yeah. Okay, anyway,
And
so they were
then
fired. Vigneault and Therrien were fired. And then Mike Yeo is back as the head coach of the team. Granted, it's in an interim role, but of
and
course
he,
we remember what happened last time Mike Yeo was relevant. It was him getting fired and Craig Berube leading the Blues to the Stanley Cup.
yeah. So, but Alan Vigneault, he did get into some hot troubles. I think it was before the season started, or right when it started.
Yeah.
With the Robin Leonard situation, where he talked about their poor management of injuries. So he was already on the hot seat to begin the year, and now with the teams underperforming,
Yeah.
they fired Alan Vigneault. Like,
So Mike Yeo is ready to, I guess, hopefully looking for his head coach role back, like permanently.
yeah, but real quick, I wanted to add something about Vigneault. So if you take a look at his overall coaching record, it's pretty good. But then you think about it, why was he fired from everywhere?
Yeah.
Rangers, Canucks. Oh, sorry. Who else did he coach in that process? Let me look it up. Can you recall any teams?
And I remember the Rangers and Canucks. Was he a
Okay.
Panthers coach at one point? No, that was Gallant. Gallant was the Panthers coach.
So Ottawa, Montreal,
Montreal,
Vancouver,
yes.
New York, Philadelphia now.
Montreal was her team I was thinking of.
Oh yeah, Ottawa I'm pretty sure was assistant. Yeah, Ottawa was assistant, but Montreal was his first team as an NHL head coach.
He
Yeah,
gets
so
fired
overall,
wherever he goes, though.
yeah, but if you look at his overall coaching record, 1,363 games coached, 722 wins, 489 losses. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I'm looking in his okay, you want to look at postseason results?
Yeah. Sure.
I'll start with Montreal. Lost in conference semifinals. That's second round exit.
It's not that bad. Only 8 teams
That's
make it there every year.
that's his first year as coach. Then they missed the playoffs for 2 years. He
Okay.
got fired after that. One total appearance. Okay. Next, Vancouver. Second round, missed the playoffs. Second round, lost in the finals. Second round. Wait, conference quarterfinal. No, that's first round. First round again. So overall solid. New York, lost in the finals. Again. Lost in the conference finals. Lost in the first round. Lost in the second round. Missed the playoffs. And then next season, he's with Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Lost in the second round, missed, and now this season fired.
And he missed the playoffs once with the Rangers, didn't he?
Yes, that was his last season, where they finished
Like,
last in the Metro.
you make the playoffs 3 straight years, 2 times making it at least to the conference finals.
Yeah, 4 straight years. 2 were one to the and they lost in every round during those 4 years.
Like, that's not the
And
kind of coach you fire. Like, after one bad year, you don't just, like, fire your coach unless there's something wrong with the coach.
yeah, and then they replaced him with fucking David Quinn.
Okay, and then, so I think we're good with the Flyers.
Yeah, but just Vigneault has a good track record, but this is why he gets fired everywhere he goes.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we're good with the Flyers.
Okay, so then we're going to move on to quickly with the Canadians. Of course, they fired Marc Bergevin. We talked about this in the last episode that never aired.
Yeah. It was a good conversation, too. One of our better
Yeah.
episodes.
Kind of sad that one got scratched.
Yeah, if I could have one back, it definitely.
I mean, there was only 2 that we missed, though. Okay, so now there's Montreal, who fired Bergevin, of course. We talked about this on the last episode. Sadly, it did get scratched because of an audio issue. Just gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, but
and then, of course, they brought in Jeff Gorton as basically the GM, who's not gonna have the GM title because he doesn't speak French.
Well, here's the thing I don't get. This news broke like 2 weeks ago, maybe more.
Yeah.
Yeah, could have been more. We still don't know who the GM is. Not even an intern.
Well, I mean,
did that come out?
I don't know. I mean, if they did, then it's like buried. Either way, the GM is Jeff Gorton. Let's be realistic here.
Yes. It really is, but nonetheless,
basically, if you get hired as a GM, you're just the assistant GM.
Yeah, pretty much, but it's going to be Jeff Gorton make all the decisions. So we actually discussed him a good bit on the last episode, but
yeah,
as you see, the Marc Bergevin. Yeah, okay, we'll start with Bergevin since he's the one getting fired. Honestly, what a ride! just so many ups and downs. He traded Subban, he traded Pacioretty, and yet he still came out as the winner in both of those deals. It's just honestly unbelievable how, first of all, how long he's been there. And it's honestly really difficult to be a coach, I mean a GM that long in any city, let alone Montreal.
Yeah.
But Bergevin did it, and now apparently there's rumors that LA is interested in hiring him, which I'm not sure. I mean, they got Rob Blake, Luke
Are we
Robitaille,
sure?
and
Are you thinking of Vancouver, not LA?
I've heard Vancouver too, but LA, I've heard that as well.
Because LA already has a GM, and their GM is doing fucking great.
Yeah, well, I don't know if they want to hire Bergevin as the GM, just someone in upper management maybe.
Ah,
But
I feel like
I
Vancouver.
have
I feel
heard
like he'd be a good
Vancouver as
fit in
well.
Vancouver.
I've heard Vancouver as well. Although how would Mark Bergevin and Jim Rutherford work together?
I don't know.
Those
Anyway,
seem
they
like
hired Jeff Gorton, who has a really good track record with the Rangers. I mean, he built most of that team.
yeah.
Of course, he was fired last year after a dispute with management or with ownership.
Yep. I said it from the very beginning. I really did not get the Jeff Gorton firing with the Rangers, but and what's his name?
John Davidson or Josh Davidson or Josh.
Yeah, it was. Oh, yeah, it was the president. It
Yeah,
was something.
they
I
both
can't
got
remember.
like fired for not liking that message they sent about Tom Wilson.
Yeah, and then they hired fucking what's his name?
Chris Drury.
Yes, I always confuse the two. It's Chris Drury and Danny Briere. I always
Yeah.
confuse those two.
Okay. So I think we've touched on the Canadians, right?
Yeah, but quickly, do you want to add anything on Gorton? Because he pretty much built the Rangers. He signed
Yeah.
Panarin.
I mean, he made the Adam Fox trade, I believe, right?
And I'm pretty sure he made the Zibanejad trade,
I mean, the
which,
only thing like he really did that bad was like the Jacob Trouba contract.
yeah, and some people might say Chris Kreider, but
And the
that looks to be a good
Chris,
contract so
it
far.
looks to be. I mean, Kreider contract's good right now, but they have to do something with it right now
Yeah,
because they have like 2 or 3 more years of him. Then
yeah,
he's gonna fall.
for sure. So, okay, are we done with
Yes.
all the staff changes?
Yes. Okay. Then here are
Or
some potential changes that we had, like I thought of. Well, I want to start with the Devils here because that's like my team. Lindy
okay,
Ruff, Elaine Nasruddin, and Mark Recchi all should be out of
here,
jobs. Okay. All right. I want to go on
here's
a I want to go on a rant real quick.
wait. I think this might be part of your rant, but I wanted to ask since I'm not a Devils fan, why are there so many people on Twitter saying specifically Mark Recchi needs to get fired? What does he
Mark
manage?
Mark Recchi is our power play coach. We went
Oh,
we went
Get-
8 games without
begin
getting a
your
power
rant.
play goal. Eight
Begin your rant.
games. We failed 18 straight power plays. 18 straight fucking power plays.
You
How do
think
you
that's bad?
manage to mess that up?
Watch Toronto's power play at the end of last season.
No, I
They
don't
look
think you
like
understand.
2 for
Mark
43
Recchi is the worst power play coach in NHL history. Like, how do you go 8 straight games without getting a single power play goal?
on how many
18
attempts?
power plays. They spent
On
36 minutes on the power play without getting a goal.
keep going with Nazardin and Ruff.
Nasruddin's our penalty kill coach. He's just fucking useless. He's just there. Then Lindy Ruff, he was good in the start of the season. Then like he's just started like messing with lines all of a sudden. Like he's changing all the lines up and it's not working. Like he split up
Well,
like a line that was doing really good in the Janssen, Bratt, and Mercer line. Because all of them were producing very well. And then he just splits that line up after Hughes gets back. And I think it's because he's afraid to play Nico Hischier at the 3 center. Because I
well,
feel,
what if you play Hischier as the 1C? Oh, no, but you don't want Hughes on the wing though. Well,
yeah,
then what if you
because
put
Hughes
Hischier on
doesn't
the
look
wing?
good on the wing.
What if you put Hughes at 1C and play Hischier on the wing with I don't know who's the other winger usually.
Probably Zaka. But I mean, Hischier's more of a, like, really good at face-offs. Like Heischer's good at face-offs though.
Well, then what if
Plus,
I don't know?
he's meant to be your like two-way forward. Your center is usually meant to be either a two-way forward or a playmaker. That's
Well
why the
then,
Selke usually goes to a center. A center. Wow, my voice just cracked. That was really bad. Anyway,
my voice might be cracking a lot this stream because I'm a stream episode because I'm a bit sick. But
okay. Then I had a possible hiring for the Devils, which is calling up their AHL coach and Kevin Denis.
and what do you like about him?
Everything. For starters, he won 13. I believe. What was it? Hold on. Let me quickly check here. He set the record for the longest win streak to start a season in the AHL. He got 12 straight wins to start the season. Currently, Utica's only lost like 2 or 3 games.
That's impressive. Do they have an impressive lineup?
I mean, their lineup's okay. It's good, but I wouldn't say it's like you expect them to like only lose 3 games out of. Well, let me read their record. They have 19 games played. They have 16 wins, 1 loss, and 2 overtime losses. They have an .895 point percentage. And they're 7-1-2 in their last 10. So, I mean, their lineup's good, but it's not like 17 or 16-1 and 16-1-2 good.
Yeah, that's really good. But
Like, I mean, what's the worst that happens if you call up Denis? Give him an intern role.
I mean, yeah, it's from what you're saying, it's starting to be looking like maybe he does have a chance of making the NHL.
Yeah,
But
and I feel like if the Devils don't bring up to the NHL, I feel like some team will. Some team was like needs a new coach, will pick him up.
well, maybe it's Flyers.
And I hope not. I hope Mike Yeo does good, so they don't get anyone else just for a season until they make him like the official head coach.
Okay. Anyway, next up on the list we have it says standings here, but that's not what this means. Basically,
No, actually, no. We have to talk about the Islanders too, because
yeah.
the
So
Islanders, like whether their fans want to admit it or not, Barry Trotz is very close to getting his ass out of the door or getting his ass out of
there's
the way.
no way they fire Trotz.
There's no way they
That
fire
is
Trotz. They're still winless at home.
well, how many home games have they had?
The Islanders were projected to be the best team in the league. They've played 7 games at home and they're still winless.
You said they're projected to be the best team in the league?
No, people projected them to be the best team in the Metro,
Oh,
like by far.
you're one of them. I'm one of them.
Yes, everyone was one of them. And then now they're 0-5-2 at home. I mean, they're 6-6-3 on the road, but like 0-5-2 at home just isn't acceptable.
Yeah, didn't they have
Especially with
10?
their roster.
Didn't they have 9 or 10 straight losses? Andreas knows the exact number because, of course, he does. But
They had like a big losing streak going at one point as well.
I'm not sure if you saw, but Andreas just went on a whole tear. Every single time the Islanders lost, he would blow up the Islanders fans' DMs.
Yeah,
But Trotz, I watched him in Washington. There's just no way you fire him. He's
I
gonna get
mean,
it. Sure.
maybe he's like not right for the Islanders team though.
You know, I'd love to see him back in Washington.
Because the Islanders
It'll
team
never
is like
happen.
built really good.
Yeah, it'll never happen. But if he comes back to Washington, please make it happen.
Like
Please.
Trotz is a great coach, but maybe he's not the right coach for the Islanders.
Or maybe just all things have a certain span before
Like,
they just don't work
I mean, it's
anymore.
probably just because they didn't play a home game for like ever, but
Okay.
either way. And then I had some potential replacements if they do fire him in Tortorella and Mike Babcock.
Mike Babcock's never getting an NHL job.
I mean, he worked with Lou for a while. That's the only reason I put him.
If I were a GM, doesn't matter how good he is, I'd never hire Babcock.
And then there's also John Tortorella, who I feel like he would definitely be the right coach for a Lou team.
Torts with the Islanders? That's scary.
Tortorella is definitely the right coach for a Lou built team. Like, look at the Devils in like the the early 2000s and like their late
Yeah,
90s.
that's gonna be
Like those teams were so
scary.
defensively built, and Tortorella is a defensively built coach. He loves his defense.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I feel
it,
like he
really.
is the right coach for a Lou built team.
Also, okay, next point is about the Flyers, but I'm pretty sure we mentioned them as
Yeah,
well,
I
so.
just want to quickly bring up some standings facts right here. I just want to
Okay.
mention the Flyers are 0-8-2 in their last 10 games. So they are winless at their last 10 games, and then the Islanders are winless at home. So that's just what I wanted to bring up real quick. Just wanted to mention that. Then let's go into, I guess, suspensions.
Yeah, Flyers are on a 10-game losing streak. Holy shit.
Yeah. Since we had a lot of suspensions recently.
Wait, I'm looking at streaks right now. Any impressive ones?
Uh,
Flyers, 10-game
Tampa's on a
losing streak.
5-game win streak. That's like the biggest streak that's happening right now.
Yeah, Buffalo and Montreal are on 5-game losing streaks. Wild are in an 8-game winning
They
streak.
are? Whoa.
Yeah,
Minnesota.
Minnesota Wild. And then everything else, nothing greater than 3, really. Oilers are on a 4-game losing streak, but
Okay, so let's bring up
I
some
wouldn't say 4 is
suspensions
also.
here.
Alright, you want to do suspensions next?
Let's start off with the first hit that happened. It was the Neil Pionk kneeing Rasmus Sandin. And I know you have like some rants about this, so I'm just gonna let you deal with like the Sandin and Spezza suspension. So
This
just
whole game. This whole game. You want to talk about game management? You fucking want to talk about game management? It's just unreal. I watched that game, and I wouldn't really consider myself to be a huge Leaf fan, but they're definitely one of my favorite teams. So I did watch that game. Leaf fans weren't even upset, and they lost 6-3. You're supposed to be upset if you lose 6-3, but they weren't, because that reffing was simply awful. Neil Pionk, knee on knee, to Rasmus Sandin, no call. I'm pretty sure there was no call on the play, or if there was, it was maybe a minor. And we've seen precedent for this. With the Leafs last season, Zach Hyman got kneed by Alex Edler, and Edler got a 2-game suspension. Now, Pionk did get suspended, and I believe it was 2 games. But before that, Edler got a 5-inning game. So I feel like Pionk should have definitely been thrown out of the game. And then the Jason Spezza knee on head, I feel like he tried to body check him, but things changed and Spezza didn't adjust. I don't think he aimed his knee at Pionk's head, but he didn't adjust in time, and he 100% deserves those 6 games. But just the reffing that game was awful. Yeah, so like I was saying, reffing. You just can't have that bad of reffing. I'm not sure if you've seen the clip of Dubois and Matthews. He literally was holding him and ragdolling him for a good, like, what, 10 maybe more seconds? And they both got a penalty, which, like, I'm not allowed to show it on screen because we would definitely get copyrighted, but that was just a brutal, brutal call, and I'm pretty sure it was the same refs that were reffing Game 2 of the first round series between Boston and Toronto in, I believe, 2019. And what that game was known for was when that was the game where Nazem Kadri got suspended, where Boston was basically just abusing the Leafs all game, and then Kadri retaliates and gets suspended.
I also would like to mention quickly on the point we made earlier about Mark Recchi. The Devils have
Oh,
currently had 3 power plays this game and have scored 0 goals. Just okay. Back to what you were ranting about. I just needed to add to my point. Sorry.
yeah, so like I was saying, and then Spezza obviously got 6 games, Pionk got 2, but it's just like reffing was off the charts, awful, awful in that game. It was a disgrace. And yeah, and suspensions overall this season have just been so inconsistent. Obviously Ian Cole not getting a suspension at all was just awful. But nonetheless, do you want to move on to next
Yeah,
suspension? I
because
guess
okay, so the next suspension we're going to talk about here is the Brady Kachuk on the Brendan Lemieux biting Brady Kachuk thing.
it did happen a while ago, but it's hilarious, and we talked
Yeah,
about it in the scraps episode.
we
But
took it like we talked about it like extensively in the last episode.
yeah, but
But I don't
nonetheless,
really feel like pulling up the quote again. So
yeah, but
I mean, it was really hard to find last time.
there was some funny quotes from
Yeah,
Kachuk and then Lemieux's teammate Jonathan Quick. Lemieux got 5 games for biting him, apparently only once, but even though it was
that should have
very
been a
obviously
that should have been
twice.
a bigger suspension.
Yeah, I thought it should have been at least 7 games, but
Yeah,
nonetheless, we don't want to go too in depth on it
it
because
happened
we
a
already
while
talked
ago.
about it
Topic's
last
kind of
time,
already
and it
dead.
happened a
Okay,
while ago.
now we're going to talk about something that wasn't a suspension, but is very controversial right now, which was the 2 Jacob Trouba hits. Of course,
Two. I
2,
only
yeah,
saw
he hit Jujar Kara. Kara, is that how you say
Kara.
his name? Jujar
Juju
Kara.
Kara.
Then he also hit Nathan MacKinnon.
So the Kara hit I saw, well, we were streaming. I believe it was Minnesota versus Edmonton, and then it happened simultaneously. So Andreas told us to go see it.
It was a completely fair hit.
It was completely clean, but Kara had his head down, knocked out cold, like he was actually unconscious on the ice, taken off with the stretcher. But I think it's a clean hit.
I mean, yeah. And I don't,
It
and people are
was.
saying like, oh, well, even though it was like the rules should be changed. No, keep your head up and that won't happen.
Yeah, I think it was just really unfortunate play. Obviously hoping that Kara gets a speedy recovery, but
By the way, the
I just
people,
think that
know what I hate? People who are like calling for like all like form of like hitting and stuff to end in the game. Like that's what makes hockey like special. You're able to
that
self-police. Like in
yeah, but
basketball, you can't just like go in and like just body check someone.
that would be cool though.
Yeah,
Mid shot.
yeah.
Yeah, but nonetheless, I think it was a clean hit. Really unfortunate. Hope Kara recovers quickly.
And
I
then there was
heard
a Nathan MacKinnon hit was about the same, and both of them were clean, no suspension,
MacKinnon
good move by the
MacKinnon
NHL.
MacKinnon didn't lose consciousness, did
No, he
he?
was fine. Yeah, he got
Oh,
up. Still a monster hit though.
yeah, okay.
Okay,
All
so
right.
we're gonna move on to the next topic, which is the executive meetings that are happening right now.
Okay, so there's a few that I'm really upset about. One, maybe not so much, but we'll start with the one where I feel like neither of us really feel passionate about, and that's the Arizona Coyotes have to pay their fees, and they don't have money.
Yeah, so there's 17. I think that's what, like 17 years or something, or 17 million or something, 17 something or another.
Wasn't it like 50,000 or something like that? No, 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 no.
Only
What am I saying?
50,000. No,
No, then that should have been a problem. But it was I don't I think it
it
was
was like an
under a million.
exorbitant number. It was a huge number.
No, I think it was under a million. That's the thing.
Anyway, so you know what's funny? It was like a
I'll look
quote
up
from
it.
Gary Bettman saying like, "I think Glendale has like an agenda against us because we have to move the team." It's like, yeah, they have an agenda of you because you didn't pay your taxes. Yeah, every other city would try to collect the taxes as well. What city
Yeah,
wouldn't try to
like
get their tax money? Like, I don't think Gary Bettman realizes they're gonna want the tax
like
money either way.
someone just I'm going through Twitter and someone made an edit of Gary Bettman standing behind a math board with like a bunch of formulas behind him. And it's basically captioned Gary Bettman like making a case for Arizona to stay in Arizona. It's hilarious. But nonetheless, I don't think I see the actual number, but Ooh, Rick Westhead with a good tweet here. He's saying that Forbes reported today the Coyotes lost an estimated $33 million in 2021 and have lost a combined 141.6 over the last 10 years.
Of course, yeah. If the NHL was smart, they'd move them to Houston.
Fucking anywhere.
Well, no,
Quebec.
no, Quebec wouldn't work. Quebec would be dumb. That would ruin the Eastern and Western Conference balance between teams. There's
Okay.
16 East, 16 West. If they move them to Houston, they could stay in the Central Division.
Yeah, but then as we've seen
Plus,
with it,
Houston's the fourth biggest city in the U.S., I think, or fourth biggest market or something.
well, let me try to guess. New York, obviously.
New York,
Los
L.A.,
Angeles.
Chicago.
Chicago? Maybe Boston? Let me see.
They're like, it's either fourth or seventh. I'm not sure.
Let me see. Number 1, New York.
Of course.
Number 2, LA.
Okay.
You were right. Number 3, Chicago. Number 4, Houston.
Yeah. Okay.
Phoenix is number 5, though.
But that didn't work out there.
True.
I mean, all you need is like a passionate fan base, though, to make a team work. Like, hockey in Vegas works because there was no teams there, and people wanted sports there because they're the first team to go to. Like, moving a hockey team to Canada. Like, I know people want hockey back, like more teams in Canada, but that's not smart for the NHL on a business side. Like, everyone in Canada is already an NHL fan.
Yeah.
They're trying to
Look,
expand their market.
I'm looking at like Texas cities. The NHL should have like 15 teams in Texas. Look at this. Houston, 4th in the U.S. San Antonio, 7th.
Well, I feel like isn't like there are a lot of them are like pretty close to each other city wise.
Okay, wait. Dallas, 9th. Austin, 10th. Fort Worth, 12th. And then El Paso, 22nd. That's a lot.
I know.
That's
And
a
I feel
lot.
like they have to get the Houston market. There's a lot of fans that could be fans in Houston.
Yeah,
Like,
Houston or maybe Austin, but
like people say, like, oh, move it to Quebec. But you know why Quebec people want hockey? Because they're already fans of hockey.
yeah, but
They're not getting any new fans by moving to Quebec. They get
well,
jersey sales? Like,
I don't
people are
know.
going to buy a jersey of a new team anyway.
True. Although did Kraken jerseys sell well this
Yeah, they
year?
sold pretty well.
Well, okay, because their jersey looks sick.
I mean, there's so many
That's
cool things like they could do with Houston. Like the Houston, like there's a lot of like things like astronaut related, space related because of the Houston Space Center or whatever it's called.
yeah, like the Rockets in the NBA.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely. I actually agree. I think that
yeah. Houston's what makes the most sense for the NHL.
yeah,
Plus, it gives
now
Dallas a true rival.
yeah, who's their
Like
biggest rival
the
now? I
Lone
believe the
Star,
Preds.
like imagine like the Lone Star State rivalry or something
Yeah,
to that effect.
we could have another Edmonton Calgary,
Like it's a battle like one
but
of like the most like I don't know how to say like Texas is just a state. Like
yeah,
passionate
I
about
don't
their
know Texas.
state.
Yeah, and like I've been making this claim for a very long time now. Do you know what year the North Stars moved to Dallas?
1993.
1993. Okay. I believe that there's no hockey in Texas. There's no hockey in Arizona, and there's a lot less hockey in California, if not for the Gretzky trade.
Yeah.
I think that the Gretzky trade just grew hockey so much in the South,
Mhm.
where we've seen it work with LA. Because LA has to have a team. It doesn't matter how hot it is there, it's fucking LA. You need a major sports team in LA. But
Yeah.
once he got traded there and the team started doing well, it showed that hockey could work in warm places.
Yeah, there's some cities where like you need a team no matter what. LA, New York, Chicago, Toronto mostly.
I mean, Toronto doesn't have a football team.
Yeah, but they have an NBA and an NBA and MLB team, and those are the only Toronto. Those are the only Canadian teams that's in Toronto.
True.
You know what also
True.
every other sport has? A team in Houston.
True. Yeah, but and then in New York, this is my flex. We have two teams in each major league.
Whoa,
So
whoa,
we have a
whoa,
total
whoa,
of
whoa, whoa. I want to remind you, both the NFL teams actually play in New Jersey. So
technically yes,
they
but
just
then
claim the New
they're
York
both in New
because it gets
York.
them a bigger market.
True, but then nobody says,
If it was like the New Jersey Giants and the New Jersey Jets, think people
"Oh,
would
who
care as
cares about?"
much?
You're making your own point here. No one cares about New Jersey
Yeah. But I want to remind you that they do play in New Jersey because people think New Jersey is a better place to play.
because taxes. I
Yeah.
think maybe.
Then there's Buffalo.
No, Buffalo is not New York. We do not accept it, even though
Well,
we're
they
in the
are New
same
York.
state.
They're closer to the New York
Yeah,
State capital than the
even
New
though
York
we're in the
City is,
same
isn't it?
state. Actually, Buffalo is the capital of New
I
York
say it's
State.
closer to New York than it is. It's closer to the New York State capital than New York City is, isn't it?
Yes, the capital is Albany.
I know.
And yeah, Buffalo is definitely closer to Albany than New York City. But okay, can we move on from
Okay, yeah.
geography now?
All right. Now we're talking about the Olympics. Now, little bald fucker Gary Bettman trying to take it all away from us.
Here, wait, I'll come closer to the mic. Ready? I'm about to hurt your ears. Gary, sir, Gary, no, not sir, just Gary Bettman and Bill Daly for that matter. Let the fucking NHL players go. We already have Joe Biden taking away USA Hockey for this year as some sort of boycott. Like, that's gonna prove anything.
Yeah, wouldn't it be
And
better
now,
just to embarrass them on their own home turf?
yeah, eliminate Team China in the preliminary round, blow them out like you blew out Team Austria at the World Juniors last year, and yeah, embarrass them in front of their own fans.
Yeah, because now that gives them like a better chance. Like, or at least they won't win anything, but they'll at least get closer scores if no one's there.
True, but like, I really don't get this move, but NHL players just have to go. There's so many players like Steven Stamkos, John Tavares that will probably never make it again, but have a really good chance of doing it this year. Even this might be a hot take, but next Olympics is 2026.
Yeah,
Even someone like Crosby might not make it then.
yeah. Crosby's not making it. Malkin's probably not making it. Ovi's definitely not making it. Backstrom's not making it. Like, yeah, the entire older players all gone. Sander, you there, my guy?
I'd say Crosby and Ovi have an equal chance of making it
Okay,
every
there we
year.
go.
Yeah.
You
Wait,
froze
you're
for a
back.
second.
You're back.
Okay.
Yeah, cameras keep on freezing today for some reason.
Yeah, but Crosby and Ovi. How old is Crosby? How old is Ovi? Just how old is Ovi?
36 or 7.
You think he's not going to make the Russian Olympic team when he's 41? With
The
players like
Russians.
Michkov coming in and like people like him, I don't think he has a chance of making the Olympic team at 41.
Honestly, Team Russia isn't the greatest, so he might. But I don't know. It's up in the air.
And Crosby's definitely not making a Team Canada.
Oh, Team Canada, no.
Like people with Bedard, Wright, they're all going to be in there.
Yeah, for sure.
Like there's so many people who are not going to have a chance anymore. Patrick Kane's probably on this last Olympics.
With Team USA?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this is Marc-Andre Fleury's chance. If actually he might not even make the team.
He probably won't make it this year.
Carey Price.
Probably not making it this year.
Yeah. Like there's so many people who are just never gonna get to play if they don't get to play this year.
Yeah, so really,
There's even some like younger guys who probably won't make it like outside of this year.
yeah, like
Like John Carlson. He's not old, but
yeah, he's not that old.
like he's not making it in 4 years, that's for sure. with the new like line of American defenders coming out.
Well, yeah, you got Quinn Hughes, Adam Fox.
Yeah, Charlie McAvoy,
Yep,
players like him all coming in.
Akwarensky.
Yeah, like there's just
Yes,
not room for someone like him
I agree.
outside of maybe like a veteran presence.
Yeah, but it's the Olympics, so
Like it's a play. Like I think it's most players' dreams to like go and like represent their country for the
for
Olympics.
sure.
And Gary is
Yeah,
trying to like play like, oh well, you can't do that because COVID. Like I don't tell you what,
is that
leave it up to
Gary,
the leave it up to the players if they want to go and represent their team.
is that Gary's reasoning? Is COVID?
Most of it, yeah.
First, you force them all to get vaccinated, and now you complain about COVID. Pick
Yeah.
one or the other. Either it's an issue, or you've solved it.
Also, can we like stop with like the mandatory COVID like protocol after they get it if they're all vaccinated?
Yeah, that probably should
Like
be
if
a
you're not
thing as
feeling
well.
any symptoms and your entire rest of your team is vaccinated.
I mean, we're not doctors, so let's not get too into this.
Okay, but like shutting down like full teams because of it is just annoying at this point.
Yeah, that.
Or like
Anyway,
even like the protocol, like because you like were near someone who tested positive, stuff like that.
yeah,
Like you should have to
yeah,
have like a confirmed positive to be out.
I agree. Anything else you want to add on the Olympics?
Um, yeah, go Canada, beat China 30-0.
Why go Canada?
Because U.S. isn't going.
I choose to believe there's still a chance.
But okay, hold on though. Imagine Connor Bedard and Shane Wright on the Olympic team. 15-year-old Connor Bedard playing on an Olympic team. That could happen if they don't send the NHL to the Olympics.
Potentially.
Would he be the youngest person to ever compete in the Winter Olympics?
I don't know, but like Bedard, I don't think he got invited to the World Juniors this year.
He did.
He did? But
Yeah.
he didn't make the team, did he?
I think he's still in contention.
I don't know.
Let's see here. The youngest male gold medalist was a guy from Finland named Toni Nieminen at the age of 16. So if Canada wins gold and Shane Wright's and Connor Bedard's there, he officially holds the record for youngest gold medalist in the Winter Olympics. I think. He's not 17 yet, right?
No, I think he's 16.
Or he's 15.
Wait, so
Is he 15 or 16?
so he's only 1 year older than us?
No, he's 16. Never mind. His birthday's in July.
Wait, so it looks like in practice, Mark Masters tweeted this 5 hours ago. Can't practice lines for Canada. Bedard is on the second line.
Yeah. Bedard's
Let's see.
making it.
This team, Canada team, doesn't look too good to me.
There's not a lot of prospects that are really left because this year's draft was pretty weak. I mean, usually it's like players who were drafted the year before, and this year's draft just really wasn't that
Shane
solid.
Wright isn't on the team? The fuck?
What? He isn't? Was he that bad this year? Like I heard he was like doing like really bad, but
Wait, maybe this isn't the roster. Wait, these are two different groups. Never mind. So it's
oh.
I didn't see group 2.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah, this team has Wright, Owen Power, Cole Perfetti, Mason McTavish.
Yeah, that's better. That's a little more realistic.
Yeah, but really, nobody that stands out to me. On defense,
Besides like Quinton Byfield, of course.
He's not on the team.
Oh, I thought you said he was.
No. The only people I know on this team are Bedard,
Right.
Burgo, LaPierre. One sec. O'Rourke, Kosa, Gooley, Gunther, McTavish, Neighbors, Perfetti, Power, and Wright.
I mean, the team is good, but like it's not as good as like previous years. Like, and I think that's because of like an extremely weak draft last year. And most of the
No.
players who would have played there already made it to the NHL.
Yep. So anyway,
It should be more staffed coming into like after 2022 and 2023 though, because usually it's made up of mostly like players who are playing in the year after their draft. So anyway, next subject, I guess we're going to talk about the awards races currently.
no, next wasn't it milestones?
Oh yeah, milestones. Just want to give a quick congratulations. Not really like a lot of milestones. Just quick congratulations to Louis Eriksson for playing his 1,000th game, and Marc-Andre Fleury for getting his 500th win. I want to talk about Fleury though. Okay,
Are
obviously
you
Fleury.
one sec? You're forgetting the most important one.
What?
Someone scored 750 goals.
Who? Ovi did.
Ovechkin. Yeah, he scored 750.
Oh yeah. Well, that's not as important as Louis Eriksson, and
Oh, obviously not.
right now it
More
isn't.
important. More important than Marc Fleury, but definitely not as important as Louis Eriksson.
Well, Marc-Andre Fleury is now one of only 3 goaltenders to hit 500 wins. Okay, cool. I want to talk about Fleury though. Does he?
Okay.
Of course, he's not beating Brodor's record because that's like 200 wins away. No, he has like two. That's like 7 30-win seasons.
Yeah.
But Patrick Waugh's record is still beatable for him.
How many wins does Waugh have?
554.
And then number 3 is that Luongo?
Nope, Fleury's isn't Fleury's number 3 now.
Fleury's 3 now. Let's go. But Patrick Waugh has how many wins?
Hold on, I'm pulling it up real quick.
Okay. Wait, so he already beat Curtis Joseph.
Yeah, he's already beaten Luongo.
He beat Roberto Luongo.
He's 51 away from Patrick Waugh. That's doable for him.
In 2 seasons? I could see it.
He plays 3 more years.
Yeah, I could
He
definitely
plays till
see
he's
it.
40, you know? And he's traded to a decent team.
Yeah.
Let me change this. It's not happening if he stays on Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
He has to be
Probably not.
moved to a good contending team.
I did not realize just how bad. This made me realize just how bad the Rangers have been in Lundqvist's tenure. Because him and Fleury have pretty much had same career in terms of length, and the fact that Fleury is so ahead of him in wins.
But Fleury also
Rangers
played his entire
bad.
career. Like, Fleury played in his draft year, too.
True. Yeah, and Fleury was a first overall pick. Lundqvist was a 7th rounder.
Yeah, and he was a 7th rounder 2 years after him as well.
3 years before Fleury. That's why he retired earlier.
Yeah, and but he also didn't make his debut until 2 years after.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Because
Okay,
goalies
anyway,
take
I think we've touched up on all the topics enough for the milestones. So let's go on to award races, what I'm kind of excited for here. Let's start off with the Hart race. Of course, you have your obvious McDavid and Draisaitl. But then you have Ovechkin kind of back there at 41 points.
Only 4 points behind McDavid. That's honestly very impressive.
Yeah. Like, everyone expected Ovechkin to do good. Nobody expected him to be that good.
Yeah.
And then,
I want to say something, but you know what? I'm not going to jinx it.
say it.
Because there's still a lot of season left.
Okay. And then, of course, there's Nazem Kadri, who's not going to win the Hart, not probably going to come top 3, but holy shit, he's having a season.
34
He has
points.
34 points this year. He has more points
In
than
how many
MacKinnon,
games?
Rantanen.
Are?
They have played 23 games.
So let me calculate that one sec. 34 points in 22 games?
Yeah. 23
Okay.
games. 23 games.
Okay. In 23 games, there's the pace. Times 82. If he stays healthy, he will score 100 and
Can you repeat that? Your audio cut out.
21
Hold on, wait. Your audio's freezing. You're freezing.
points. Holy shit. Press frozen, but I hear you. Okay, you're back.
Okay. So I think that's really it for all like the candidates who are like having like really good seasons for the Hart Trophy. But let's move on to the next
Yeah, I'm pretty
trophy to
sure.
talk about.
Real quick,
What did we have next? We
wait, can
had
I add
the
something on the
Calder
card?
Trophy. What?
Oh, so we were talking about Kadri. He's on pace for 121 points.
That's impressive.
That's hella impressive.
Okay,
For
so let's
anyone.
move on to the Calder Trophy. So of course, at the start of the season, Lucas Raymond took off.
And Mort Sider.
Yeah, but Raymond established himself as the go-to guy. He established it as his trophy to lose. And now, though, we have Trevor Zegras coming in here hot.
I definitely think the three favorites for now are Raymond, Zegras, and Sider.
Yeah.
But also, we got some dark horses. Jake Ottinger, goalie.
Yeah, like he's not getting enough like credit in the Calder race. He's played 7 games this year,
Wait,
and
and
like
also, if you want to,
he has the current save percentage record and the goals against average. He's currently leading in both of those stats. So
talk about goalies, you know who's a rookie? Alex Nedeljkovic. Even though he got nominated for the Calder last year, he's still a rookie this year.
okay, can we keep on the Calder like people who are actually contending though?
Nedeljkovic contending.
Not as much as the other guys.
He has a 915 as the starter for the Red Wings.
What's your point?
He's
The
been
Red Wings
good.
are just having a great year.
Well, it's partially because of Nedeljkovic.
Okay, so can we move on to the rest of the candidates, please? Thank you. First,
Sure.
we have Moritz Seider, the guy nobody really considered to be a top. What was he? Pick 6 or 7?
Yep, Steve Yzerman, playing genius.
Yeah, no one like thought him as a 6 overall pick. And Steve Yzerman, wow, like
Some
really,
great
Steve.
scouting by the Red Wings. Also, we got Michael
I
Bunting.
just want to like mention here, the age limit for the caller should be lowered a lot,
What?
like 22 or something, like 22 or
Then
23.
chance of
20,
winning.
20 no, how about this? 22 for skaters, 24 for goalies.
Fair.
Because I feel like people like Michael Bunting, who hasn't Michael Bunting played like most of his career in the AHL or something?
No, I'm pretty sure he played parts of NHL seasons, but never enough to get the limit. So I'm pretty sure he has had over 80 games of NHL experience.
Yeah, like you shouldn't be able to win the Calder if you played that much.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
let me read off
besides,
his stats. So he's been playing in the AHL. He's been between the AHL, the ECHL, and the NHL since 2015. He hasn't been
yeah,
in like minor hockey, like junior, since 2014, 2015.
that's not a rookie.
Yeah, he's played 54 games in the NHL. He's not a rookie. He's a rookie according to the NHL, but like
Yeah, I agree.
that's why there should be an age limit. Like people like Kaprizov also played a long time in the KHL, which
Yeah,
is another major league. Like it's the second best league in the world.
yep,
Panarin, didn't he play in the KHL for a while as well?
for a while, and now the same thing's gonna happen with Matvei Michkov.
I don't think Michkov's gonna be stuck in the KHL though. Is he?
Yeah, he will. His contract is until 2024, or even 2026, maybe.
Hold on. I'm gonna look that up real quick. Matvei Michkov. If it's 2024, then I feel like, oh,
Well,
he's stuck in Russia until 2025, 26. That's gonna kill him, like his draft stock. Your audio's cutting out again. And I don't feel like cutting again, so we're just gonna keep this in.
2026. Oh, you're frozen.
Yeah, he's stuck until 2025, 26.
Okay, I'm back. Cool. You should be good now. Yeah. So
As your camera
Michkov
just
could
cut
be
out.
unfortunate. Does that hurt his draft stock? You think?
Definitely. I feel like he's like definitely like extremely, extremely close to Bedard if it isn't for the contract stuck in Russia.
Yeah. Anyway,
Anyway, your
next
camera's
up.
not working. If you could drop out of the call real quick and then come back in.
It looks good on my end.
Yeah, but I
Like,
can't
it's
see it,
not.
and the camera can't see it, and the people can't see it, Sander.
Alright, how's it now?
Okay, it's good.
Okay.
So yeah, so that think that pretty much covers the Calder race.
Yep.
Let's move on to the Vezina. Okay, so I feel like we have three contenders right now, in my opinion. That's Jake. That's right, Jake Mark. Wait, why am I? Jacob Markstrom. Why did I forget his name? Jake Ottinger and Igor Shesterkin.
Not Ottinger.
Well, Ottinger's leading the league in goals against and save percentage right now,
Sample size just isn't big enough.
but he has 7 games played. That's a decent portion.
I'd maybe replace him with Jack Campbell.
Okay, but if he can keep up those stats, he's instantly. Even if he
For
drops off a
sure, but
tiny bit, I mean,
I still think Jack Campbell has had a better season than him.
I still think that Ottinger's gonna be a top 3 contender in the Vezina, hands down. It's gonna be between
Both
Markstrom, Ottinger, and Shesterkin.
Yeah, so Shesterkin, he has gotten injured, but still his stats have been amazing. He's been carrying the Rangers. And
Stats have
Markstrom,
been
I would
okay. Now, I wouldn't say his stats have been amazing. Oh, his goals against this. Wait, actually, wait. I was looking at goals against. His save percentage is really good. Then again, Markstrom is only .0001 or .001 lower. I
yeah,
mean,
I think Markstrom and Vladar have been a very good tandem so far.
Markstrom has been a shutout machine this season. 5 shutouts already this season. And then, so yeah, I think that covers. So quickly, what is your top 3 for the Vezina?
I got Jacob Markstrom.
Number 1?
Yes.
Okay. Number
Igor
2?
Shesterkin.
Okay,
Igor
sure.
Shesterkin. Number 3, Jack Campbell.
Okay, I have number 1, Jake Ottinger. Number 2, Markstrom. Number 3, Shesterkin.
Awful take. Awful
Okay.
take.
Anyway, let's move on to another one that's pretty controversial. The Norris. I mean,
What's
I think,
controversial?
I don't know, people are saying like Aaron Ekblad, offensive defenseman, should always win it. I mean, like, I feel like,
Well,
I do feel like
so
the
far,
Norris is too much of an offensive defenseman's award.
so far, there's 2 people tied in points, and I feel like both of them are solid defensive defensemen, and they are Victor Hedman and Adam Fox.
Okay, I
I
think
also
currently
think
the Norris comes between Fox and Ekblad.
not Hedman.
I don't think Hedman gets it.
I mean, Yossi's up there with 25 points. Carlson has 24, but he's more
Carlson's a
swap.
pure offensive defenseman, though, to be fair.
Yes. Makar has 23 points, 11 goals, though.
Yeah, I think currently the Norris is Fox's to lose, but I feel like Ekblad is not that far
Yeah,
behind
I
him.
wouldn't say that.
Like
Okay, so Fox and
Ekblad,
Hedman have the
Ekblad is a
same
great
exact.
defenseman.
Yes, I would definitely say so. Morgan Riley's up there. Seth Jones is up there. You know, Kiel McCarr, Quinn Hughes, Tony DeAngelo.
Yeah,
But
I think that
yeah,
should do it there
what's
for
your top
the.
3?
Oh yeah, for Norris, I got Fox winning it, of course. Then I got Ekblad at a close number 2. I'm gonna say he wins it by 3 votes. Fox, 3 points.
And the third nominee?
The third nominee will be underrated Charlie McAvoy.
Okay, I got Fox number 1. I say because of experience, they give number 2 to Victor Hedman. And number 3, either Kel McCarr or Roman Yossi. I'll say
No Aaron
McCarr.
Ekblad?
I think close 4th.
I feel like there should, again, I feel like I've said this a lot. There should be an award for offensive defenseman. Keep the Norris for like just best 2-way all around D-man, and make a award especially for all around just all offensive defensemen.
Sure.
So people like Cale Makar, John Carlson, Quinn Hughes. aren't like always put in the Norris conversation, even though they're not good.
Makar's solid defensively.
He's solid, but he's not a great defenseman. He's solid, but
True.
he's not great. Like, I'm gonna name a
He's
bunch of players and tell me who you would rather have just as defense if they couldn't get any points. Okay, ready? Victor Hedman, Adam Fox, Roman Josi, Chris Letang, Aaron Ekblad, Charlie McAvoy, Alex Pietrangelo, Shea Theodore. All of them, I feel like, are better actual defensemen than Cale Makar.
Victor Hedman is at the top of that list.
Yeah. But, like,
okay. Are we done with the Norris, or you want to add something else?
I think that's it for the Norris. Can we also talk about, like, Jack Adams? I need to have that on our list, but who do you think is like a Jack Adams candidate right now? I think who's the coach in Detroit? Like Jeff Blashill or something?
Yeah.
I feel like he's up there for sure.
I don't want to sound biased, but Gallant.
Definitely Brindamore. Carolina, yeah.
What about Florida? I mean, they lost Quenneville, but how has their new coach been?
Definitely not good.
Not good?
They've fell off a lot since they got their new coach.
Okay. Alright, here. My headphones are back, so now I hear everything again. Let me just look at the teams real quick. Standings. Maybe Sheldon Keefe gets some love.
Maybe. All right, we're back. We had an internet issue again. Sorry. Okay.
Totally.
So another coach that could be up there is a Daryl Sutter for
Calgary.
Calgary, yes.
Also, the Ducks head coach. I don't know who that is, but
yeah, him.
They've been really good.
That guy. Duck guy.
Yeah.
Duck man.
Duck guy. Gordon
also,
Bombay.
the only undefeated coach still in the NHL right now this season, Bruce Boudreau.
If the Canucks are good, Boudreau might get some love.
If the Canucks even make the playoffs, Boudreau should get an award.
Yeah. That.
Who else is there that could be kind of like relevant up there?
It's the massive turnaround then. Yeah, so
Laviolette,
I think
maybe.
I found it and you're frozen again.
Laviolette will probably get some love for it. I mean, that's about it for like the Jack Adams I could think of. Can you think of anyone else?
I don't know really, but there's a lot of options. We'll see as the season progresses.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think we want to wrap this part up, like the award candidates part up.
This was supposed to be our last segment, unless you have something else you want to talk about.
Yes, we do.
We do?
Okay, so we're gonna end this off. We're gonna do a tier list named NHL mascots I could beat in a fight. So let's just read off some of these titles here. I would wear their skin. I have an edge. Fair fight. They have an edge. I will be humiliated and murdered by a furry. Let's just start off with the guy from Winnipeg, because that's the first one.
Mickey the Moose, I think.
Mickey Moose.
I don't know if it's Mickey, but it's definitely the Moose. Anyway, what do you think about this Moose?
They have an edge. Maybe they...
I think it's a fair fight.
Yeah. Chance.
Wait, one sec. Are we talking MMA fight? Or like...
Just in a straight up street brawl.
Okay, basically MMA.
Alright. Chance. I have an edge. I have an edge.
No, they have an edge.
I have an edge. It's a lizard.
True. Next,
Yuppie. It looks like a drunk Irish. I would wear their skin.
I would be humiliated by this.
It looks like a drunk It looks like a drunken sailor. I mean, I would wear their skin.
What's more dangerous than a drunken sailor?
I have a really bad joke that's really inappropriate, and I will not say because I don't want to get canceled, but it was really funny. It would really make you laugh.
Okay, maybe you can tell me after the recording ends, but anyway, I think I will be humiliated by...
They have an edge. They have an edge. Put it in, they have an edge. No,
Okay.
put it in fair fight.
Okay, fine, fair. Nash. I don't know what this is, to be fair, but
I don't know. I mean, it's a predator. They have an edge.
anyway, the Canuck fin.
I
I
would
mean, it
wear
is
their
a killer
skin.
whale, but a killer whale
I
out
have
of
an
water,
edge. I have an
I would
edge.
have an edge.
A duck. I would
Wild
wear their
wing,
skin.
a duck, yes, but not wild wing. Wild wing is very ferocious. I think they have an edge.
Okay, fair fight at least. It's a duck.
Okay, but have you seen some of the shit Wild Wing did?
Tommy Hawk.
I would wear their skin.
Now I have an edge.
I have an edge? Okay.
Put it at the front.
Victor E. Green. It's a green man.
It's
If
green
you can't
gritty.
wear
It's literally green gritty.
if you can't wear their skin,
Yeah, just you're gonna wear their skin.
next.
A cat.
Minnesota Wild guy.
I have an edge.
Sure.
Dog. I mean, does that mean I have to kill the dog? Because I couldn't do that.
No, you just have to beat it up.
All right, fair fight, or they have an edge. What kind of dog are we talking here? What kind of dog is it? A
It's a
Bernard?
mountain dog. I think it's a
Mountain
mountain
dog.
dog.
Are those like talented at something?
They're very strong. They have a lot of muscle.
They have an edge.
Okay. Next up, Blades. That thing is intimidating.
I will be humiliated and murdered by a furry. Okay, Gritty, this is
Okay,
gonna be a hot take. I would wear their skin. It's literally just an orange blob.
true. Gritty is very overrated.
I mean, he posts funny shit on social media, but it's literally an orange blob.
Yeah, I would wear their skin. He's
Same
too
with
fat.
the Florida mascot
That's Tampa.
or Tampa. My bad.
Thunderbug.
I would also wear
It's a
his
bug.
skin.
It's a bug. I will step on him. Next up, Iceberg.
I will be humiliated and murdered by a furry.
Why? It's a penguin.
Have you seen the movie Sudden Death?
Oh, well, that clip I have seen, but
Come on, you gotta put it there just for that clip.
okay. Slapshot. It is an eagle, but
But it's an eagle as well. I mean, they have an edge.
I'd say fair fight.
Okay. A dragon.
Sparky.
An unintimidating dragon.
I say they have an edge, but
Yeah, they have an edge. All right, I would wear its skin.
Stormy. I think that's its name. Stormy.
I would wear that thing's skin. It's a pig, I think.
Oh, I thought it was a rat. Either way, I'd be
Bailey.
I say they have an edge. Bailey's a lion.
The rat, I would wear its skin. The next one.
Yep. Carlton, I would wear its skin. I mean, it
They
is a
have an
polar
edge.
bear.
It's a bear. They have an edge.
Yeah, it's just very not intimidating. Next up, the Flames. I would get destroyed by this mad fire dog. That I think it breathes fire.
I mean, it had its tongue ripped off by a coach one time, though. So it's really not the strongest mascot. We gotta think
I
in
say
terms of...
fair fight.
They have an edge.
Okay. Next, the
Howler.
Coyote. Howler. It's gonna move out soon, so should I make a new tier? Just
fair fight.
not gonna be a mascot soon.
Put it in fair fight. Stinger. It's literally a bee. Once it stings you, it dies. I think. Stinger's a bee, right?
Yeah.
What is it? A wasp? A blue jacket. What is it?
Yeah, it's the Blue Jackets mascot. I think it's I don't know. It's just
Yeah, I have an edge, or I would wear their skin. Which one?
I think I have an edge because he does look pretty ferocious.
Um.
Next up, the other Panthers mascot.
Stanley Cup Panther. By the way, why do you name your Panther after something you've never won?
Or even come close to winning.
Yeah.
You got swept by the Avalanche in the finals. That's your biggest accomplishment. What would you say? It is a Panther, though.
They definitely have an edge.
Yeah, because it's a Panther. Edmonton, I would get humiliated.
And murdered by a furry.
Yes. The Sens.
I would wear their skin. I would wear their skin. Come on, I would wear their skin. Wear their skin. Wear their skin.
It's a
Wear their skin.
lion. I'm pretty sure. It looks depressed for sure.
Come on, put it in wear their skin. Put it in wear their skin. All right,
Yeah, I put it there.
the Blue Jack,
Next
the
up, we have
Blues.
Louis.
Louis.
Ooh. Louis?
He's a dog. I have an edge. Or yeah, there. Okay, NJ Devil, I would be humiliated and murdered by a furry. Please? It's literally the devil.
Yes. First of all, that, and second of all, like, I've been to Prudential Center. That thing is intimidating. Like, it steals hats off of fans.
I mean, it's literally the devil.
And that thing's just intimidating.
Um,
Okay, next up, the
I would
Red
wear
Wings
its
octopus.
skin. It literally does not move.
True. Next up, SJ Sharky.
It's
I
a
say
shark
they have
out
an
of
edge 'cause
water.
it is a shark. But it's also a very nice shark.
And it's also out of water. Fair fight.
What do you say?
Fair fight. You there? Sander, you there? Sander, you there?
I say fair fight then.
Okay.
Okay, there we go. You're back. A fair fight. Okay.
And then the
And
last
then
one
last up, we have
from the Sabres. What the hell is that? Just put it and I have an edge.
Yep.
All right, that's
Okay,
our
so
list.
this
And then that's
pretty even.
stop sharing your screen now because I think that's it.
Yep. Okay,
So we're
there
to
we
the
go.
outro now. All right, thank you everyone who came by and watched this legendary episode. This is probably one of my favorite episodes we've recorded so far.
This was really fun. Thank you
Yeah.
for doing the prep prior to the show. That is something
Yes.
I'm
Thank you for
incapable of.
Thank you for being a little bit late because I wouldn't have had time, or thank you for eating dinner because I wouldn't have done that if I had nothing else to do, or if I had something else to do.
I'll eat more dinner next time.
All right. Thank you everyone who watched. Make sure you like and subscribe. Also, I am starting a campaign. It's the Mason Geertsen for NHL Metropolitan Division All-Star campaign. For the All-Star fan vote, everyone, you have to write in Mason Geertsen for the captain of the All-Star team. What'd you say? That face.
He's not
What?
even on there as
Yeah, you have to put him in as a write-in.
option.
You have to write him in. Come on, Mason Geertsen. He's an elite talent. He's captain material.
You're cutting
Mason
out.
Geertsen for captain. Thank you everyone for watching. Goodbye.